and I want to read it. Like, I just need to know. Like, I'm intrigued. The first sentence, it started the night after I burned down my building. But I'm liking it so far. There's a dog and there's hockey, and it's gonna be like a grumpy sunshine hockey romance. She's living with her brother's best friend and her brother. I want to continue a book, and I hate DNFing a book, but... So I just got out of a book slump, like a month-long book slump. And I didn't set an April TBR because the one I set in March didn't get to. And I was like, I'm really scared to set a TBR and then make myself read those books and then get back in a book slump. Like, I'm scared of another book slump. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So I figured that for this week, I would just mood read and read whatever I want, whatever I feel like I'll like, and not have like a set stack of books that I need to read, and just read what I want and see how that goes, and see if I find a 5-star read, see if I just enjoy reading again, you know, because I feel like a big part of what put me in a book slump was that I was reading books. Like, I was like making myself read books and forcing myself to read certain books, and that is never good. That's never a good sign. So for this week, I'm just gonna literally read whatever I want, explain to you why I picked this book up, tell you like what mood I'm in, and just read and let you know about the books I'm reading. I feel like this will be fun, and there's really no limitations. Like, I could start reading the Harry Potter series if I wanted to. I probably won't, but like, this is all fair game. I might be in the mood for fantasy one day. The next day I might want romance. I don't know. We're just gonna see. I might start a book, put it down. I don't know, but I like the feeling of just being able to read whatever I want right now. So that's what we're gonna do. And I guess we'll just start by picking my book. What's bad is I'm in my Kindle era right now still. I've been in my Kindle era for like over a month. I just want to read on my Kindle. Look at this huge TBR. Physical TBR that I have. I don't know. I'm just gonna browse and talk and see if we'll find a book, okay? I'm kind of in the mood for like a romance rom-com vibe. I just finished a romantasy book, and I feel like now I'm in the mood for a cutesy little rom-com romance. So we're gonna look on this shelf. I just don't know if I have anything. I could read the Soulmate Equation. Could read the Kiss Quotient. I could read this one I just got by Lynn Painter, Happily Never After. And I kind of want a Lynn Painter book, but I don't know if this is the one, because I've heard this book just came out and I just haven't heard enough about it yet. I like to hear what people are thinking, and then I'll go into the book. So I might want to wait on this one. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I could do? I could read Lynn Painter, but not this one. Of course, not the one that I bought. I have one on my Kindle already. Hold on. Which one do I have? Let's see. Oh, Mr. Wrong Number. I have Mr. Wrong Number prepped and ready on my Kindle by Lynn Painter. And I feel like I want Lynn Painter right now. I love her writing. It's so easy to read, and it's so like refreshing. At least her YA. I've never read an adult book by her YA ones. I love every single time. I mean, I've only read 2. But that's enough for me. I just want that feeling right now. So I think we're going to go with... Literally the first book I choose is not on here, but it's fine. The point is to mood read. We don't need to read my physical TBR. But maybe the next book I'll read will be from my physical TBR, because I do want to get these books done. A lot of these this year. One Wrong Number might just lead to Mr. Right. Interesting. I'm guessing there's texting involved, or a phone call. I love when books have texting. I don't know if that's unpopular or not, but I love when books have texting. I just think it's so funny and cute and different. Okay, let me just read the first little bit. Oh, the first sentence. It started the night after I burned down my building. I'm hooked. Say less. Oh, yep, texting. Called it. I'm already intrigued. Okay, well, I'm gonna go read this because I'm already enthralled. I am flying through this book. It's just so easy to read. I'm already at 30%. I'm loving it. Like, it's not literary amazeness. Wow. That was really, really good English. It's nothing like it's a cute rom-com. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't expect amazeness for... What am I saying amazeness for? Should I just stop? Let me just start over, okay? I am at 30%. I'm flying through it. I'm loving it. I'm laughing. It's cute. It's fun. Like, it's nothing too deep. It's nothing groundbreaking, if you will, but it is entertaining and it is funny and I'm liking it. Let me explain what the book is about. So we have our main girl. I'm the worst at names. What is her name? Olivia? And then I need to know the man's name. Oh, okay, got it. So we have the main character, Olivia. Well, actually, hold on. First of all, it's dual point of PO. First of all, it is dual POV. So we have Olivia and we have Colin. So Olivia's apartment burned down and she had to move back home to like her hometown, and she's living with her brother and his roommate, who's also like his childhood best friend, and she knows the childhood best friend from childhood, and she doesn't like him because of something he said in the past. And so now she's living with them temporarily. Tension. Then she gets a text from a random wrong number, and they start having this like funny back and forth like banter-ish conversation together that's just like lighthearted and funny because she's like messing with him at first because he obviously doesn't know that he texted the wrong number. But then after like he realizes he texted the wrong number, like they just kind of keep up the conversation and just text each other on and off. And it's so cute. It's just so funny. Like their texts, I think, are funny. I'll say it. It's funny. Okay? And that's it. Like, there's not much else to the plot right now. Oh, she actually is trying to find a job as a writer. So, there's that. Oh. And I just found out who the wrong number guy is. I'm not going to spoil it. I don't know if it's on the back of the book or not, but it's like a big part. I don't think it's like a spoiler because I learned 20% in, I think. 25% or 30. I don't know. I won't spoil it for you guys because I hate any small spoiler. Like, I like to go into books completely blind, so I'm not going to say too much about the books because I don't want to spoil literally anything, because if there's people out there watching that like to go in completely blind, that would probably be annoying for them. So I'm sorry if I'm not explaining it too much. I just don't want to have literally any sense of spoilers, but you can get the idea. And literally she's living with her best friend's brother and her brother. Wait, she's living with her brother's best friend and her brother. I'm liking it so far, and I'm gonna keep reading. I don't know how much else I can say about the book. Oh, and there's kids. Like, she has nephews, and they're so cute. I don't know if you guys like... I know it's, like, a popular opinion to not like when kids are in books, but it's not, like, too much. Like, it's not like they're big main characters. They're just there every now and then, and I think it's cute. I think that's done pretty well so far, like the kids in the book. I'll let you know if I change my mind on that, but so far, I don't mind it. And now I have Into the Unknown stuck in my head. If you know, you know. But... already? I don't know if I like that. I finished Mr. Wrong Number literally 2 seconds ago. So I haven't really sat with my thoughts, but I think I can just give you my review. Like, I don't think I really need to sit with it this time. Like, it was good, and it was cute, and it was fun, and it was a quick read, and it was a good time. I really liked the banter in this book, and I liked the main characters. I thought it was funny and entertaining. Like, I wasn't really bored. There was conflict. Okay, hold on. First of all, it isn't a slow burn, which anytime it's not a slow burn, I'm like, okay, you know, it's obviously not going to be a 5-star for me, but it didn't make me like want to put the book down. Like, I kept reading and I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, it's fine. And then there was conflict. Like, I feel like the conflict was done in a way where it wasn't too annoying. You know, when you're just like, because they're being so annoying. It wasn't like that. Like, it was fine. And I was like, okay, I could see that. But overall, I enjoyed it and I thought it was good. So I think I'm going to end on a 3.5 star. By the end of this video, I might change my mind, but I think I'll probably stick with 3.5. And now I gotta figure out what I'm going to read next. I don't know, because like, I'm like both in the mood to read something absolutely heartbreaking and cry. Like, I haven't had a good cry in a book in a while. But also I kind of want another book like this. Just like a fluffy, fun romance. Very opposite spectrums. So, I don't know. I know there's like a continuation novel of this or something. Like a companion kind of novel. Let me figure that out. Oh, The Love Wager. I feel like this could be cute. I'm just worried it might be like too similar to the one I just read. Like, do I want something different? Let me just like see. It's already on my Kindle. Let me just like start it and see. If I don't like it, I can always just stop. Okay, well, I'm guessing I'm reading this now because I'm invested. It's been a minute. I am way into the Love Wager. I'm on, sorry, this is so annoying. I'm 64%. Honestly, like, I've been reading it at night and I've just been like plowing through this book and I just like haven't remembered to pick up the camera. But I am just gonna tell you really quickly a little bit about the book. One thing about me is, like, as soon as I try to talk about a book, the main characters' names will leave my brain. Like, and then I'll look at the book and be like, oh yeah, it's that. Like, I know their names. But for some reason, like, when I'm like quizzed, I'm like, oh, I actually don't know their names. Crazy. Okay, so in the Love Wager, we have Jack, who is Olivia's brother. Olivia was from Mr. Wrong Number. She's the main girl from Mr. Wrong Number. Jack is her brother and also Colin's best friend, because it was like brother's best friend. You know what I mean? So we have Jack now. We have his story. At the wedding, he meets Hallie, who is the bartender for the wedding, and they end up having a one-night stand kind of thing, and then end up going their separate ways. Then they both decide to get on this dating app, and then they actually reconnect on the dating app. They're like, she finds him on there and is like, oh my god, that's the guy from the wedding. Then they start chatting, you know, and then they make this wager where they're like, whoever finds real love first gets a prize, like, that the other person wants, like, from the other person. They just get a prize. So now they're like going on these like speed dating things and they're like talking to people and like both trying to find their love match, and then most of the time they just end up hanging out after like these terrible speed datings and stuff, and they're just hanging out more and more and they're trying to see who's gonna fall in love first. So it's very interesting. There was just like this whole plot line happening with like them like trying to find their match and like being friends and like chatting about their dates and stuff, which like I guess isn't a trope. Kind of like a dare in a way, but it's like a wager. And then now after like 50%, I think there was like a different plot line now and it's like a different trope. And I'm loving it though. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm loving it. Like, I'm entertained. I'm interested. I'm eating it up. It's so easy to read. It's so quick. I think I like this one better so far than Mr. Wrong Number because there's so much happening. Like, literally, I was like, oh, how could this get better? Boom. New trope. New plot. New exciting time. I'm like, okay. I'm enjoying it so far. Look how cute he is. Can we sit together? Oh, sorry. Oh. Sometimes this chair is just like hard to get into. No. I'm sorry. Okay. Good job. Come here, Fuzz. Come here. Okay. We're comfy? Let's read this now. I finished the Love Wager last night. It was really cute. I mean, here's the thing. I liked it a lot at the beginning. I was giggling. It was cute. I had a few problems with it though. I felt like the main characters were so similar to the main characters in Mr. Wrong Number, and at first I was like getting confused, like differentiating them, but I also did read them back to back, so maybe that could be part of the problem. But I will say that the plot in this one was a lot more entertaining. I felt like that there was a lot going on, and like I said earlier, there's like a lot of tropes in this one. There was just like a lot more stuff going on. Like I said, like at 50% there's a whole nother plot and a whole nother trope, and I was like, okay, like I'm not mad about it. Like I felt like it needed that in order for me to be entertained still, which like I don't know if that's, you know, a good or bad thing. I will say though, at like about 80% I was kind of bored and I just kind of wanted it to be over, but it wasn't bad. I just wasn't connected to the characters in the romance as much as Mr. Wrong Number. I felt like their love was a little bit more physical in this book than the couple in Mr. Wrong Number, and maybe that's why I didn't like it as much, because I really like the more emotional romance and love in books. So it was really cute and I did like it. So now we have to pick our next book. I don't know. So let's figure this out. I just need like, I don't want any of this, because I just had a lot of that. So maybe we should be over here. I don't want to start a series though right now. That's the thing. So we really only have like these shelves. I could read The Book Eaters. This is pretty short and it is very different than anything I've ever read. It's literally about people that eat books. That's just so interesting to me. Like they literally live in a society where they eat books and then they contain all of the book's content after they eat it. Like they don't have to read books, they just eat them. yeah, let me just go to the library and have a snack. Literally the books. Crazy. So here's where it gets interesting. The main character, I believe, Devin, learns that her son is born with a rare and darker kind of hunger, not for books, but for human minds. Which sounds dark, but also interesting. And I'm intrigued. And I feel like this is so different than like what I've been reading. I feel like it's great. And I want to read it. Like, I just need to know. Like, I'm intrigued. Clearly. I did start this last night. I'm only 25 pages in because I was just really tired yesterday and I was reading it and I was like literally falling asleep. And I don't think it's because of the book. So I'm going to give it another chance today, and then if I still can't get into it, I'll switch to something else. I'm also like really trying not to get this on my Kindle because I get every book on my Kindle lately, and I just got to get reacquainted with like staring at words on a page. But I can tell you a little bit about what this book is about. Not a whole lot because I'm only 25 pages in. So basically it's about this girl named Devin who is a book eater. And apparently when I went into this book, I thought like all of them were book eaters. Like I thought it was like a whole society of people that eat books. But apparently it's only some people in this universe world that eat books. And basically they come from some like other world or other planet. I don't really know. Basically they come from somewhere else and like they were brought to this place to gather information through eating books, and then that way when they go back to where they came from, they have all this information from this world and they can share it. But the person, like the leader, whatever, never came back for them, so they're just kind of stuck here and they have to like live a normal life and pretend that they're like not book eaters. So the main girl, Devin, is a book eater, and she has a son whose name's Kai, and he is an even rarer breed of book eaters who are actually mind eaters, and they like feed on human minds. So it's kind of dark. Literally the first chapter I was like, oh, because it like describes how the mom is like feeding her 5-year-old mind eater son. Yeah, so basically she is trying to find like this serum or like cure for her son. That's all I know so far. Like that's literally it. And like it's so interesting because it's like so weird and so unlike anything I've ever read, and I'm like entertained by like the plot. I just think the writing is something I have to get used to because the past few books I've read have been like easy, cute romance books like that are easy to read. So this one I'm just like, oh, very different. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of reading it really slow, but I think like since it's kind of starting to pick up, maybe I'll read it faster. Hopefully. I'm gonna try reading this, and then worst case we can pick up another book too. So I've come to the executive decision to DNF this book for now. It's just not hitting the way I want it to be hitting, and every time I read it I'm like, I want to stop. I'm literally only 30 pages in now, so I read like 5 pages earlier, and I was like, no. I'm curious to see what happens, so I'm not saying I'm going to DNF it permanently right now. I'm just going to sit it down for now and then read it maybe like slowly. I'm not just going to like sit here and read it because I just can't. It is upsetting, but I'm not going to force myself to read it. Like this is a mood read week and I'm not in the mood for this, so I'm putting it down. And so then I was scrolling on Kindle Unlimited because I'm like, I don't know what I'm in the mood for, but it's not that. So then I was like, okay, I don't want a thriller, I don't want a mystery, I like kind of just want something fun and easy. So I was like, oh my god, a sports romance kind of sounds amazing right now. Like it's different enough from like the Lynn Painter books I've read, and I haven't read a sports romance in a while, and they're always so easy to read. So I found Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer on Kindle Unlimited, and I started this while I was eating my lunch, and I'm like literally barely into it. I'm on chapter 3, but I'm liking it so far. There's a dog and there's hockey, and it's gonna be like a Grumpy Sunshine hockey romance. I just started it, but basically it's just like the guy's a hockey player and he's on the Vancouver team because he wants to be with his mom who has like a lot of mental health struggles right now, and he wants to be home and near her, so he's playing on this team. And then the girl, POV Pippa, she is a personal assistant, and she just got hired by Jamie, who is the hockey player, so she's gonna be his personal assistant. I'm gonna continue reading this. I'll let you know if I have more thoughts, if I want to DNF this. I don't know. We're just gonna see how I'm feeling. I'm just gonna read it, and if I want to put it down, I'll try something else. I never really do this, but since I'm just mood reading, this is what we get. Sometimes we don't want to continue a book, and I hate DNFing a book, but I'm trying to get better. But for the purpose of this, I just feel like reading something else, so that's what we're gonna do. I fell asleep, but I got to page 33, and then I fell asleep. So we need to move locations. Like I can't lay in this bed anymore. I cannot believe I did that. I just took a fat nap. Alright, let's move locations. I need to read. Is this gonna make me fall asleep? Maybe. We'll see. I'm 26% on page 101. So at least I've broken the 100 page mark now. Oh, she just took a tumble. Few things. I feel like this book has no plot. And I know it's just like a romance. And it's like a hockey romance. But I just feel like there's like literally no plot at all. And it's just them pretending that they don't like each other. Like they're literally both in love with each other. And they went to the same high school. And they both remember each other from high school. But they're both pretending like they don't remember each other from high school. And they just like pretend like they don't like each other. I don't know. And like it's cute. But something that just happened is giving me the ick. She goes, the last time I played for someone, they laughed at me. And then he goes, rage surges through my veins, I'll kill them. Who? Tell me names now. Like, when men say that they're gonna someone for someone else and it's not in a fantasy book, ew. If it's in a fantasy book and he's like, I will burn the world for her, 1000% I'm eating it up, giggling, laughing, obsessed. But in a hockey romance, come on, no. Like, no. I don't want that. Like, it's not that serious. I'm just kind of bored. Like, what's the plot? Like, there is no plot. He's just playing hockey. Also, I feel like it is like I don't know if it's advertised as a sports romance, but it's literally called Behind the Net. And there is hockey, like, on the cover. So, like, I assumed it was a sports romance, but we're getting, like, nothing about the sport. Like, we're getting crumbs. And I'm bored. I'm bored. And, like, the killing thing. Like, come on, dude. No. I have a feeling it's not going to be a slow burn. And there's already, like, thoughts of intimacy. And I'm just like, ugh, every time I read that, I'm like, no, skip. Like, I don't believe you like each other. And that is a problem for me. I like a slow, intimate, romantic, slow burn. This is not it right now. I mean, they haven't done anything yet, but they both want to. I'm bored, but I don't want to DNF it because I feel like I need to finish a book, and like maybe that's also what's weighing on my mind, and I'm reading this so slow. And you know what, we might only have 2 books read in this video because I don't want to put myself in a book slump. Sometimes like I go through phases like this where it's like every book I read I'm like, no, like this is not hitting. Like I wanted more like what's that book, The Deal? I wanted more of that vibe, so maybe I should have just read the next book in that series rather than, why didn't I just do that? Now that I'm thinking about it, why didn't I just go to the next book? The mistake. Why didn't I do that? Oh well, it's too late now. Should I start that? But I also feel bad because I spent like 3 hours on this, like, or 2 hours on this, and I'm barely into the book because I'm reading it so slow because I'm bored. Maybe I'll stick it through to like 50% and then decide. I don't know. I did finish Behind the Net. Oh, bless you. Okay, I did finish Behind the Net. Unfortunately, I did not like it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was skimming at the end, and I did skip a lot of the intimate scenes because there was a lot, and I just was not connected to the characters. I did not care about the characters, and honestly, I just wanted to finish it. And I should have known 20% in when I told you when the guy was literally like, I'm gonna kill him for laughing at you. I should have known that this book was not for me. Immediately got the ick. I was kind of clocked out from them. He also calls her Songbird throughout the book, and that was just, I don't know, I'm okay with nicknames sometimes, but a lot of the times they just ick me and bother me, and this is one of those instances where it was just annoying. Yeah, I did not like it. I gave it 2 stars. I just don't think it was for me, and I don't think it was what I was looking for at this time, and I don't know. Will I continue the series? Probably not. Probably not. Let's just do a mini little recap of all the books I read in this video. So I started out with Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter, and I gave that one 3 stars. It was cute. It was good. I liked it a lot. It was very quick and simple. It just wasn't anything like amazing. Like, it did what it needed to do, but I'm not like constantly thinking about it, you know? Then The Love Wager, which I have a little bit more thoughts on, because honestly, the more I think about it, the more I didn't like it. It just wasn't as good as Mr. Wrong Number, so maybe even a 2.5, because it was like the main character was so similar to the main character in Mr. Wrong Number. I don't remember their names. Sorry, I don't remember their names. And that was really confusing at first. And then it had like every trope you could think of just thrown into the book. And I was like, and I just did not really care for the romance that much. But it was entertaining. It was entertaining, but I didn't really care that much. Then I read The Book Eaters, which we know I DNF'd. But I do have I do kind of want to continue it. I just want to read it slow. Like, I don't want to have to worry about finishing it for a video or anything. So I think I'll just continue to read it throughout the month and maybe finish it when I feel like it. Like, I might just read like 20 pages here and there, because the writing is a little bit slow for me, but I do think the story's interesting, and I'm like still thinking about it. And I still kind of want to know what's gonna happen. So maybe I'll continue that. And then, like I said, this one, Behind the Net. No. I'll probably never think about that book again, to be honest. So, like, this was fun. Like, I did have fun mood reading and just reading whatever I wanted, but sometimes, like, also not having a plan, it can go downhill. Like, as you saw, I didn't have a book this week that I absolutely loved, but that's okay. Hopefully next week I'll read a book that I really love. But I hope you enjoyed watching me mood read this week, and thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more book videos, and I'll see you really, really soon with another video.